Alright, sitting here at the playground in the beautiful July 3rd sun. This is being recorded on July 3rd. I don't know when it's uploaded, but whatever. Sitting here in the lovely July 3rd sun, and actually normally it's pretty humid this time of year, but I don't mind it at all. It's not. And actually the last couple, 2-3 nights have been super cool, like maybe even high 50s, and it's just like, fuck, you open up the windows and you're not used to that. Usually around 4th of July, it's sticky, like just humid hell. And I don't really mind it, because the sun's so high that, the cool air and the hot sun is really cool. I mean, it's hot, well, the air is cool, but the sun's hot. You get what I'm saying. So I'm starting this video like I did with that one on the river, without any topics in mind, so I'm going to just see if anything just happens. If anything flows, what the fuck's on my mind? Is anything on my mind? Just like I said in the river video, I haven't heard anything from any of the 3 applications I dropped off. I went back to one of the places last night, knowing that they were closed, to see if the help wanted sign was still up, thinking that, it's been like 3 weeks or something since I dropped off an application at that place, and the fucking help wanted sign is still up. No hiring part-time, nights and weekends. And it's just like, it's so fucking frustrating. This is the place where I think I said on one of my videos that I talked to some woman who was like just blank face, like, you can tell she was not interested, and she was not gonna hire me for whatever reason. Maybe she's a crippleophobe or something like that. Is that what do you, cripplephobe? There must be some name for people who are afraid of cripples, but or some religious, fanatic, like, oh my god, it's this work of the devil. A friend of my dad's actually referred to my arm as being work of the devil, and to be honest, if that had been my friend, that friendship would have ended, but he kept the friendship going with that fucking, he was like a born-again, not my dad, but this asshole friend was like a born-again Christian motherfucker. And if you're a born-again Christian motherfucker, I don't, mean any insult to you, fucking idiot. This is my channel, I can say whatever the fuck I want. So, oh man, so I was kind of frustrated that, it's not, that he was still friends with them, but whatever. If he needed shit welded, the guy knew how to weld, so I guess, not that he ever had things welded, but whatever. Be his fucking friend. God must want it. That's a joke. Where was I? Shit. Fuck. What was I saying? God damn it, I was on a roll, whatever I was saying. Me and my branches. I gotta get a chainsaw and cut them branches off so I can stop branching. So I was talking about this manager who has a sign, help wanted sign at this place, just a retail job store place, for part-time position, not a big huge deal, 15 hours a week, give or take. And it's like, I drop off an application with, the last 3 jobs I had, I spent, like the last job I had, I was almost at 3 years. The one before I was at for almost 4 years. The one before I was at for, what was it, 2.5, I think? Or 3, was it 3.5? I can't remember. Might have been 3.5, I don't know. So anyway, I have a pretty good retail job history, and I went back there yesterday when they were closed just to see if the sign was there, because it was a beautiful night and I was driving around. And I was hoping it wasn't there, and then it was like, it was there. I already said this, but I'm re-saying in case you weren't listening the first time. And it's like, I got so frustrated. I did one of those Napoleon Dynamite sighs, This girl's got a winter, I don't understand why these people wear like the winter caps in the fucking July, but whatever. And then they're in t-shirts in January. God damn it. So, so like I say, remind me to only go like 10 minutes on this video, because I have to put it combine it with the last thing I did, so I can't go full 15 on this segment. So remind me, because I know that's possible. Interactive tube. This isn't interactive tube, it's YouTube. But Where, where was I? Oh yeah, so I'm thinking to myself, when I see that sign, I'm thinking to myself, what what are you looking for? Like, I guess it could be the cripplephobic thing, you know, and it makes you want to go back there and say, are you a fucking equal opportunity employer or what? But fuck it. What the fuck do I care? So that's one thing that when I'm in a position like I am now, where I'm looking for work, that's one thing that I always get frustrated about. Is you can only you're pretty much your fate is in the hands of these fucking idiot managers who may not have the capacity to see your potential, you know. So your fate is in the hands of people who may or may not be like limited vision as far as being able to see someone. Like if I saw myself, if I was behind the counter and then I came in, and my personality, I'd like that guy, and I'd say, oh, you know, that guy seems, you know, because you know I kind of try to be how I am now, like with any potential. You know, it's not like I'm all stiff and shit, you know, because it's not the only job in the world. So I'm not all stiff and like awkward when she was the one who was stiff and awkward. She was probably just thinking, let this devil child get out of my store, you know, and when I turned around, she was probably like this, you know. But, so, you know, so what I'm saying is, you know, your fate is in the hands of what, in some cases, these hiring managers, which may in some cases just be these incompetent, well, a lot of times, probably more cases than not, they're just these incompetent idiots who don't know a good thing when they see it kind of situation. Time check. So I got like 7 minutes left, not that there's 7 minutes worth of this to tell, but so I went there and I was contemplating going to the other two places, but it's just torture. What's the point, you know, to go and see? To be honest, if I went somewhere that I applied and the help wanted sign was gone, I'd feel better. It's like, oh, okay, you know, well, that's that. But when it's still up, I'm just like, what the fuck? And then you wonder if the manager got, you know, my overanalyzing this wonders if the manager got the application, because one of the places I dropped it off, there was this guy there, and he seemed like he was just going to throw it in the shredder. As soon as I walked out the door, he had this thing about him that's like, oh my God, there's a cripple. I ain't working with no cripple. And he puts it in the shredder. So I think, in retrospect, you should, you know, just to be sure, you should always hand it, the application, you should drop it off and hand it to the hiring manager, because there could be cases where they don't even get the fucking application. Then I'm like, well, should I go to the two? Because in the old days I used to go, like if I hadn't heard anything, I used to go back and like ask the manager, did you have a chance to look at my application? That's how I got this one job in high school. That's how 5 minutes left, that's how I got this one job, you know. And then I'm like, well, I don't know, I don't feel like you should have to do that, and it's true you don't have to, and maybe they'll potentially think you're, you know, nutty if you, I don't know. It all depends on whoever is on the receiving end of it, whether they like that tactic or not. It's all a matter of opinion. So I'm like, I'm currently at the battle with these other two places. Like, should I, like the one, because the lady gave me that just, you know, one death stare, you know, I kind of have an idea that, you know, she doesn't want anything to do with me. But the other two, I kind of want to go back and inquire. So I'm on the fence right now. Should I or shouldn't I? What do you think? If anyone's watching this, let me know what you think. Should I go back and inquire at these other two places I left off applications? Then there's another place, it's in the same general area, that I've actually applied to within the last 2 years, 2 separate occasions before. So I'm wondering, is it worth it to apply a third time? I mean, obviously this person must not want you to work there, you know. But see, these are places that are like not big, huge corporate places. They're more small shops and stuff, and I'm really would like to get in on one of those, because this corporate shit, I'd rather fucking just starve to death on the street than work at corporate places, to be honest. These corporate, places don't really do it for me. So maybe I will choose the starve to death option. What do you guys think? If anyone's watching, feel free to leave a comment what the fuck I should do. Fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna get sunstroke. With any good fortune, I'll just get sunstroke right now and die. And die. News at 11. A mangled, crippled body was found on the fucking blue slide at yada yada, the playground of the number 275 Indoctrination Center playground on July 3rd. Officials wonder if it could be the work of terrorists. The whole fucking country will put on lockdown, martial law, because of this fucking crippled, mangled body, which was probably a former terrorist leader. Oh my god. The world, huh? What do you know? It's actually not the world, it's just the people who run the world. So, like so many of my videos where I don't know what I see all these kids and these moms and shit going in and coming out of the school, and I just think, what the fuck kind of future is that kid gonna have? No future. No future. No fucking future. Maybe he can be a soldier and spend the first 18 years of his life wasting away in goddamn indoctrination centers, and then he can go get his fucking head blown off on the battlefield for fighting for the fucking multinational corporations. Alright, kids. I think we're gonna end it. I don't know what the hell this video was called, but it was probably called something. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.